What you listeners at home don't realize is that, like Watchmen, at the end of every episode, we kill Mike.
What?
It's the Watchmen on the couch! Welcome back.
You're gonna kill me?
What are you talking about? You don't know. Welcome back to Watchmen on the Couch. Today we are discussing episode 2 of the HBO original series Watchmen, the martial feats of Comanche horsemanship. I'm Tim Pickerel.
And I'm Mike Daffron.
This episode went by fast. It's not like
I thought it went faster than the last one.
Yeah, it's like a whole lot of not much happened, but like the stuff that happened is like, what the fuck is happening?
Right.
So
exactly. I think we're gonna have a lot of that to look forward to. More of what the fuck is happening type of things. So,
what do you
think of the episode?
I actually liked it. I'm digging the show so far. I like the opening a lot, where we open up in Germany, World War One, and World War. Is it World War One or World War Two?
I think it
it's
might have
one.
been one.
Yeah, I think it's one.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually get to see the other side of that note the boy was carrying around, where it's some German. I'd say it's German propaganda, but it wasn't really propaganda.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what you would call that if it's not propaganda. I'm sure there's a better term for it, but
like, it's not propaganda if it's true.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Yeah.
So,
just German truth bombs.
Yeah. Germans drop the truth.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good question.
It was written on it wasn't a QWERTY keyboard. Some reason I noticed like the Y wasn't in the right place. It was a Z instead of a Y.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it makes any difference, but
I noticed. Yeah, I think a lot of that's the QWERTY is kind of the American layout. I don't know what the German keyboard actually looks like.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Interesting. Well, we use Z a lot. We use it much more than Y. For Nazi.
Oh man! So after we go through the flashback, there's a lot of flashbacks in this episode, which is nice because we get to see Don Johnson again.
Yeah, we get some information. Yeah, she ironically handcuffs the old man to his wheelchair. That was interesting. I actually don't think I think she handcuffed him to something else. But I thought at first she handcuffed him to his wheelchair, and I'm like, damn, seems a little pointless, don't you think?
You can still roll away.
Right? Come on.
You need to put a boot on the wheelchair.
Yep. So, yeah, and then she goes to like. I didn't like her angry zombie noises that she was, I don't know, her angry noises that she was banging on the fence.
She's really upset about the loss of her friend.
Sounded like a zombie.
And she's got maybe she's a zombie. Maybe she died.
Overacting. And the old man is immune to hot coffee. Did you notice that?
Yes, I absolutely did. That was it's like, you just chugged that?
She noticed it too, because then she was like, who the fuck are you? How can you drink hot coffee
I'm the guy that's
burning your mouth?
I'm the guy that strung up your police chief.
Maybe he just doesn't have taste buds. He's 105.
Yeah, those are the first thing to go. Once you're
he still has a dick. He still has a dick. I mean, he's taking those boner pills. Yeah. Those aren't pills for his brain.
No. Get my memory back. Do my thinking with the head downstairs.
He says his name is Will.
Willie.
Guess, Willie. Oh, Willie Smith. Maybe it's Will Smith, and they instead of making him younger, they made him older.
So it's the opposite of Gemini Man.
Right.
Gemini old man.
There's a will, there's a way.
Do you think Will Smith's at the point where he's old enough to not understand?
What?
You know how parents just don't understand?
Oh my God!
Like, at what point did Will Smith hit that point?
I don't think he's hit that point yet. Yeah,
he's just eternally going to understand everything. That's a superpower.
Maybe when he becomes a grandparent.
Grandparents just don't understand. Yeah.
His kids definitely won't understand when they're parents.
His kids don't understand anything now. They're the Jon Snows of the Smith family.
They definitely are.
They know how to whip their hair back and forth, and that's about it.
I was going to say the same thing.
Anyway.
Great song.
Welcome to the Will Smith on the couch.
Yeah, no shit.
He claims
we
he
go
has...
to like a... Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, Willie claims he has telepathic powers. Whether or not he's just a crazy old guy or if he has mind powers is yet to be determined.
Yeah, saying he's Dr. Manhattan. Yeah, don't think he's Dr. Manhattan.
Nope. He's on Mars. He lives on fucking Mars.
Maybe. That could just be fake news.
Oh, man, that Redford media.
Yep. You never know.
Oh, my God.
It might be.
Sorry, my phone's blowing up. I don't know if the mic's picking that up.
I'm not really hearing it.
Okay. Sarah's messaging me. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, you got anything more thing to say about old Willie?
Not yet.
Yeah. Now, he was also wearing a red coat. Maybe he's a red herring. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Everybody's a red herring. Everybody's hooded justice. Yeah. Judd's hooded justice. Will's hooded justice. They're all hooded justice.
Red Scare's hooded justice.
Yeah. He's great, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, cutting to the next scene. I noticed at one of the newspapers said, "Global squid fall baffles scientists." I was like, how would that baffle scientists? I mean, I don't know. It just seemed like a weird headline. It
seems like
this is happening for a long time.
It seems like squid rain is something scientists should be able to explain.
I don't know. I guess. That's what I'm like. Okay, can't figure that out, but they can figure out like how to make little magic floating toy castles for kids. So
I don't know.
Anyway,
don't know.
Yep.
They can't even invent a cell phone.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, they don't have cell phones, so I don't know. I guess some technology is just way more advanced than communication.
I feel like most shows would benefit from being in an alternate Earth where there's no cell phones. Because when you go and rewatch some shows from like when we were younger, a lot of problems would be solved if they had just had a cell phone.
Oh, yeah,
like,
for sure.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer is really bad for that.
They just call somebody,
call them.
you know? Yeah.
Anyway.
Google Maps. Get your way out of it.
How are you getting lost in 2019?
Yeah, they would never be lost. Looking Glass and Sister Night have a little convo in her car. He asks for something to eat, and she's like, "Yeah, you can eat these nuts."
Eat my nuts. Got some nuts in my glove.
Yeah, that's when those moths crash land, on her car.
Yeah, no cell phones, but we got moths.
I would have been a whole lot more pissed than she was. Like, that would have really fuck up your hood, man.
I guess they're used to it.
Like, I'm surprised she didn't beat the shit out of him. She beat the shit out of the other guy, like, not too long after this scene.
Yeah. It's like, listen, all this violence is unnecessary. Excuse me while I beat this motherfucker.
That Red Scare guy, he's quite the character, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, at least he's not a fascist.
He's a communist, not a Nazi.
That's funny because there's so many people online that get those two mixed up all the time in the comment sections.
That is true. That's pretty fucking funny.
And it's basically, and they all look like the people that they rounded up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's strange because like she just let a whole like neighborhood of people get like rounded up and arrested and the shit beat out of them. Who knows? Some people might have even died during that raid, and it's because she's holding back on a lie. She knows more than what she is told.
Yeah, she's totally holding her willy.
Holding that willy hostage.
We do get to see some flashbacks to the White Knight, which apparently happens on Christmas.
She held his willy too.
Yeah, not for very long. Then she had to.
He's like, I'm gonna open up that Christmas present, girl. I'm gonna open it wide up. Oh yeah.
And then she ended up getting opened wide up.
Yeah. So
then she had to hold her insides in.
Yeah. We didn't see how she even got out of that situation. Did her husband save her? Did Judd save her? Somehow has that old man Will been following her around for longer than we think?
Yeah, because
and somehow he came in and saved her.
Right, because Judd mentions in the hospital that she got the guy that got her, but there was the one guy that was standing over her, and like she didn't say anything about that, and there was no mention of another bloke. So
and another thing, so the first guy she stabbed in the guy's right shoulder. Judd's right shoulder was injured. Could that have been Judd? Could the first guy have been Judd? And then the second guy is like somebody else, like Hooded Justice or somebody. The guy's eyes who had the shotgun, who was over her, it looked like his eyes were like completely black.
Do that.
Like there was no whites around his eyes. I don't know what.
That didn't occur to me at all. And as you were talking, I'm like, I don't know. That's kind of reaching. But now, now that I'm thinking about it.
And the way he was talking to her, and like little things when people lie, generally, like don't people when they lie, isn't they look up to the right, up and to the right?
I think they made that up.
He was doing that.
I think they made that up for a TV show that had Tim Roth in it. I don't know if that's a real thing.
You're probably right. I do watch a lot of TV, so.
That Lie to Me show. I never watched that.
It almost seems like that's too easy to set up. Like, Judd is going to be like the red herring of this whole story, in a sense. Because it just seems too easy. Like, they're just giving all this information to us. Like, later they find that he has the KKK uniform.
Yeah.
Has literal skeletons in his closet. Like,
I didn't mean you to go look in his closet. That's stupid.
Yeah.
You found that in his closet?
Yeah.
It's hilarious. I love Willie. Mm-hmm. So far, Willie's my favorite character.
Yeah. I wasn't actually being like literal about it. You know, that's not the way I am. But I have friends in high places. Later in that episode, people way above him.
Like 3 minutes later.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I was gonna say something and I forgot. Oh well, I guess it doesn't matter.
We find out that Angela gets a DNA test done, and old Willie is a grandpa.
Yep. So you got that one right.
Yes.
There's your one
so
point.
Smart.
The other one you got wrong, but.
What was my other one?
Vite does not have robots.
Yeah, they're clones.
They're definitely people.
They're definitely people that can be charred. Yeah, I'm wondering. So I'm thinking that those clones are John and Jenny. Basically, Dr. Manhattan before he became Manhattan. I bet they actually look like, you know, the people that they are in this show. Like later in the show, I'm assuming we will actually see Dr. Manhattan, and the guy that plays Mr. Phillips, he's actually going to be playing Dr. Manhattan as well.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Because like he's just putting on this play, and it looks like so in the first episode he said he's doing a play, and it's like 5 acts. So maybe in the next 5 episodes we see another act of his play with like Dr. Manhattan and Jenny, and see more of that stuff playing out. Basically, probably seeing the comic book play out, I bet, in a sense.
Yeah.
And that might be a way, like, I guess, if people aren't familiar with the comic book, you kind of get more and more of that backstory through his little plays.
I almost feel like that might be too confusing for an audience that's not familiar with it. But I guess, I mean, the play has to have some kind of payoff.
All right. Yeah.
This isn't Castle Rock. The plot lines need to tie together.
This season's not that bad so far. I watched those first 3 episodes.
I haven't watched. Rock. There's 3 episodes already? Jeez.
They did that. Yeah, they did that last year too. They released the first 3. And then it's week to week.
Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't started those yet. But you, the listener, can start listening to Watchers on the Couch Castle Rock with Chris and Debbie.
Oh yeah. And shit, what was I going to say? Oh, so I'm thinking that either Ozymandias might be in a prison. Like maybe Dr. Manhattan put him in a prison, like a secluded place that he can't get out of. It's either that or Ozymandias put himself in this like secluded place that like nobody can see.
I think that's like
there's
the more likely one.
Maybe there's like a Wakanda bubble over it, and,
where he
can't like
where he can grow a tomato tree.
Yes, where he can grow a tomato tree. Riding on what his horse name's Belesiphus? Bephlessalus? What is it? Bucephalus? Is the name of Alexander the Great's horse?
Belethel Snuffleupagus?
Yeah. Riding on Snuffleupagus.
He's the only one that can see him. Oh, for our younger audience members out there, for the first 15 years of Sesame Street, Snuffleupagus was only visible to Big Bird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the tomato tree. Did he just make that tree so he doesn't have to get off his horse to get a tomato?
Yeah, everything's horse height.
So I guess he likes Alexander the Great because he mentioned something about the Gordian knot too. Mm-hmm. And I think that has something to do with Alexander the Great, right? Like Alexander the Great cut the Gordian out or some shit. I don't really remember.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Okay.
He
wants to take over the world.
Yeah, I mean that's what he does. I feel like Jeremy Irons probably played Alexander the Great in something else too. It seems like something he would have played.
Huh. I wonder if he did.
We'll have to look that up. Not necessarily right now, but when we do get to find out Angela's kids were her partner's kids.
Yeah. So that was, I guess she adopted him after her partner and wife died. So, Interesting.
Do I keep coming back to that Judd being one of the people in the White Knight on the other side of it?
Wait, what now?
I keep thinking about what you're saying about Judd during the White Knight being one of the attackers.
Right. Hey, who knows? It's possible.
I mean, especially after Angela visits the house and she does her wake and fake, where she fakes passing out at his wake and hangs, then decides to start snooping around the old room.
Yep. Yeah, she puts on some night vision goggles, which looks like what? Didn't like the night owl wear something like that?
Some sister night vision goggles.
Sister night owl. Ooh. She kind of playing the character of the night owl?
I don't know. Maybe.
She gonna start going, whoo, whoo.
That's a different character.
Who killed Judd?
So we do the American hero story too, which I don't understand the point to this at all. Like, I don't understand what that adds to the show other than we need to fill some time in this episode.
Yeah, I almost think it was kind of something that just looked cool. And it showed, too, that everybody's watching it. So not just like, police or just regular citizens. Also, the
Cavalry.
7th Cavalry, they were watching it, too. So it's like this really big deal in their, I guess, this world's history and, media culture, I guess. I don't know.
And get all the nice disclaimers before it, like it shouldn't be viewed by anybody, really, but
right.
Everybody's watching it.
So it also shows Hooded Justice, and I'm thinking that Will is Hooded Justice. And also in that movie, Hooded Justice is depicted by a white guy, and I also think that might be something, subtle in there, like, white people used to, portray black people in movies in a sense, or like change the character instead of just, showing the truth about, who actually, whoever is depicted in the movie. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say?
I think so. Yeah, I think I get what you're going after.
Yeah, just another little like bullshit thing that screws black people over. So
whitewashing.
Like, yeah, there you go.
That's the term I think
perfect.
You were looking for.
That is the term I was looking for. My vocabulary ain't no good. I can only do dick and fart jokes, Tim. Yep. Just like that horrible case of blue balls we get to see at Ozymandias' place. To see that beautiful blue dick.
We knew we were going to have to see it, so
yes. I asked for the last episode.
That's right. So you've actually got 2 out of 3.
Yeah. I want to see a giant one though. Yeah. I want to see Dr. Manhattan, grow 100 times. Just have a giant dong just flopping around.
I think we all want to see that.
Dong.
And it's HBO, so it's only a matter of time.
Right.
He just like stands on top of Mars and like swats something away with his dong. They just like send missiles at him.
Yeah. Oh, or even if it's not something to like kind of be show whitewashing, it might just be to throw us off so we don't think that Will is Hooded Justice.
Or that they assume that Hooded Justice was white and they never knew who Hooded Justice really was.
That's true. Yeah, because, they show in that movie that there was like that strong man who was dead,
mm-hmm.
and then the voiceover of Hooded Justice said, "Oh, as long as they think it's me and they stop looking for me."
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So then we have, jumping back to Ozzy Osbourne's play. We find out that he's cloning some folks, and I thought it was going to be like a Groundhog's Day thing where that watch just keeps getting destroyed and Mr. Phillips keeps fixing it before he has to get burned up again. But I guess they're not doing that.
That other guy couldn't wait to be the next Mr. Phillips. Like, I'd be honored. Yeah.
I'd love to be Mr. Phillips.
No, I'm Mr. Phillips. No, I'm Mr. Phillips. That's
but they all
Mr.
seem
Phillips.
to. But he asks them their like names, so I guess they all have unique names.
Yeah, which is strange.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense that he wouldn't be able to remember who's who, but I don't know.
Unless it is like some kind of weird Dr. Manhattan thing, and he's not actually making them.
What, and Dr. Manhattan's just sending clones over?
It's basically like just kind of, it's all his, it's all the servants that are in this like little this weird ass Garden of Eden.
Yeah, okay. I could kind of see that being possible. And now he's getting bored and he's like, all right, I gotta figure some shit out to entertain myself.
Tired of eating the same bullshit cake every day.
I'm wondering if he's going to try to use the, like, let's say he is like in a prison made by Dr. Manhattan, and he doesn't know how to get out. Like, maybe that's why, like, he's always riding his horse. He's riding around the perimeter of this place or something, looking for some way, some fault in the system. And maybe he's going to start using those clones to test out the system to see if he can get out.
Yeah, maybe.
That only I mean, that'd have to go with my little prison theory, but, you know, I don't know. There's 2 candles on the cake this time. In the first episode, there was just 1 candle. Now there's 2 for his anniversary.
Oh, did we lose Mike? No, there he is.
Could you still hear me?
You said there was 2 candles on the cake this time. Last time there was just 1. Is that what you said?
Yeah, there was just 1. So I don't know what it means with the anniversary thing.
I guess the anniversary since he arrived there.
I don't know.
Well, I guess that wouldn't make sense. Like, there's no way a year would have passed.
Right.
Unless every day's an anniversary.
I guess we'll find out. I mean, I wouldn't doubt if next episode it starts again with the cake and a 3rd candle.
Mm-hmm.
No. And it makes sense that he's doing this play because about John Osterman. That's Dr. Manhattan's name. Because John Osterman, I believe, his dad was a watchmaker. And this play, he's calling it The Watchmaker's Son.
Right.
So, I mean, it still doesn't make any sense what the fuck's going on.
No, not at all.
I don't know. And he said to put him in the cellar with the others. So this isn't the first time he's killed these guys.
No.
And he also said there will be a use for them. Like, he's like, we'll find a use for them soon enough.
Yeah, he's a weird guy.
Yes.
he's really out there. Oh well. Well, and then after that, we go back to Willie
Eating hard-boiled eggs.
Apparently, he got out of his cuffs. However, he managed that.
He can lift 200 pounds, man.
Yeah, why?
So,
but he didn't.
Of course, he can.
He didn't break the handcuffs though. He just like slipped him. It looks like he just slipped out of them.
I thought it was open.
Was it open?
The handcuff was open.
Oh, I think so. I thought they weren't open, but I could be wrong. I only watched the one time, so I didn't do a rewatch.
I'm assuming it wasn't him who let him out. It was probably whoever his friends in high places probably let him out.
Yeah. Who were these?
But
friends?
he wanted to be a dick and stay. So
we didn't finish talking.
He just wanted to be like, yeah, look, I am strong.
I can't get up the stairs. It's like, okay, you lifted you hung a man from a tree. Oh yeah, I did that. So weird. And that's where it ends. So she arrests him after finding out that he's the grandpappy, and then some flying machine steals her car with him in it.
Hope she gets full coverage. She should have been way more pissed about her car being stolen. She was just like, what the fuck? I'd be like, give me back my car! And what the fuck?
It's definitely a what the fuck. This whole show, we're 2 episodes in, and it's 2 big what the fucks. So, and it's going to be what the fucks all the way down.
And it ends with I don't know the name of the song, but it's a Beastie Boys song, just about eggs.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
But that's it. That's all we got.
Yeah, man. I don't know if I really have any other notes that are anything too important. Yeah, so
it's pretty quick. Yeah, there was only a few. There's really only like 4 or 5 scenes in this whole episode, really. So.
Except for one thing. So when Angela goes to Judd's house, that there's a senator there, and he thinks that she's a cop still.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that means anything, or maybe he slipped up. Maybe I don't know, we'll see more of him or something.
I guess he's the one that's supposed to be running for president or something, because there was during the newspaper exchange, they were talking about Redford and Keene.
Yep.
So
yeah. Okay.
So if that's
and he's the conservative guy, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So they got the conservative senator over at their house.
Right.
Oh, his first name, I believe, is Joe.
Joe Keene.
Joe Keene.
I mean, what did you say after that?
Yeah.
Joe Keene.
Just Joe Keene.
That should be his that's his what do you call it? Your slogan? Your campaign slogan? All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode. I'm excited to see what's in store. 9 episodes, so we're almost a third of the way through.
Yep. Ooh, one last thing.
Ooh, okay.
It's stupid, but I mentioned it last episode. Like at the very beginning of last episode, there was some guy just goofing around in a robe. Well, when Angela goes for the DNA test at that museum, that robe is like in a glass case. Somehow they found that robe and put it in the museum.
Man, I totally missed that.
Yeah.
But I guess
I did some pausing and stuff here and there.
Yeah, I even just watch it all the way through.
I even tried calling that number that she gives. It's not a number.
It's not a number. Does it start with 555?
No, it doesn't. It's 539-176-2442.
Oh.
Yeah, I just thought, it's not a 555 number. I'll give it a shot. Maybe it'll be one of those. Because sometimes, what show did that?
Oh, I don't remember. But yeah, there's definitely been shows that have done that.
I think you get like an answer machine. I don't know. Anyway, all right, I'll leave it at that.
Okay,
I don't care. I'm good.
Until next time, I'm Tim Pickerel.
I'm Mike Daffron.
And that's the end of the episode. So you know what time it is, Mike. You need to get in that chamber.
Don't get your blue dick chopped off.